driving at your maximum performance. Saturday morning. This is the sprint race number 2 with the HSR Historic. This is our last opportunity to evaluate the car and make sure everything feels good. We made some changes setup-wise. We're now at the point, finally, with this Acura ARX05 that we are tweaking.
Oh, they got traffic.
The car runs great. We've gone through all of the problems. We have a comfy and happy car, and now we're just looking for performance and looking to make it handle a little bit better each time out. So we've gone from like colossal changes way down to tiny, minute changes, which is awesome. We're having a great time.
We got the pedal to the metal, and it's
Not one, but 2 flat tires. Of all things we were preparing for, strategizing around, we were not planning to have a flat. And out of an abundance of safety, we had Bob, crawl, absolutely crawl at like 30 miles an hour all the way back around to get back to the pits. We changed all 4 tires, we sent them back out, and within 3 laps, that was the left rear, the right front went flat. So we got some stuff we got to look into. DNF did not finish dead last in the cumulative scoring of the Classic 24. So we are at enough of a setback that unless every other car in our class DNFs in at least one of the races, we're out of it. But we live to race, and we will persevere, and we will prevail. I'm still working out, 76 minutes since I started the clock. It is 1:56 a.m. We experienced a time change, daylight savings, in 4 minutes. It goes back to 1 o'clock again. All right, Classic 24, we just did race 2. I started way in the back, and I got to go through the field. I got to actually race and pass my competitors, and it's been a long time since wheeling some wicked baby like this. So much fun. I can't take it. So much fun. Sunday morning, we made it this far. The sun just came up, it's beautiful. Bob had an amazing stint. So we're way back, and he just had a killer run. He was really in sync with the car. He loved the way it felt. He was really putting in work behind the wheel, and it was extremely impressive. I'm his coach. We're like best buddies. I'm always proud of him, but like that legitimately was one of his best performances behind the wheel of a race car, and it's like so satisfying to see somebody take everything they've been learning all of these years and be able to apply and execute and do it like it's second nature. So yeah, super successful run. So he wound up finishing third overall in that race. We are still 9 laps down to the competition, so we're not really in the mix here. It would take, obviously, you know, our competition having a mechanical failure or something of the sort for us to potentially catch any of those laps back up. They're only 42 minutes of green flag racing, so we wish none of that on anyone. We're going to use this as an opportunity to run Bob for the final stint instead of putting me in the car. It's Bob's race car. Bob's having a blast driving it, and it's just seat time. It's really hard to get seat time in a car like this because it's so complicated to run, and it takes so much time and resources to get it to the racetrack, and all of the support involved from all the different areas. We have people coming in to help run this car, so track time is so valuable. Got to get Bob as much of it as we can, and he's going to look at me and say, no, you should finish it, that's our plan, but we're going to make sure Bob finishes this race and gear ourselves up for Sebring. It's going to be good.
All right, here we go.
For the last time this weekend, we've got a green flag starting the final race segment, Group F.
Finished. Didn't finish where we were hoping we finished, but we finished. No issues with the car. Bob had a blast. He drove really, really well. Really proud of him. Awesome effort. We all learned a ton about this car, and it's a really productive week. We learned some things not to do. We learned a lot of things we should be doing. Really productive. Lots to take home, lots to process. We close out the event. Next, gonna go to the podium and cheer on our buddies that all finished up there. Show some love, show some support. We had a great time. It's HSR events, super cool.
We learned a ton. You know, we showed up here. This is the second time we've had the DPi out, and first time was at Watkins Glen. We brought some additional folks to help us out this event from Cosmo-Sport, Ricky and Scott, along with our HRC folks, and of course that's the Storks. And they really figured out a way to get the car turned on and give us all the confidence we need to run strong and learn, because it's all about, and have a ton of fun. And we made great progress, I think, over the course of the week. The only issue is, in our first stint of the Classic 24, we had 2 blowouts going into turn 1, which was exciting, 2 different occasions. So we DNF'd, which put us way back, about 8 laps back. Guy went out in the second stint and crushed it, made up a ton of time. And then I went out in the third stint, had a blast. In the morning run, with the sun coming up, was absolutely beautiful, and then finished up this last one. But sadly, we were just too far back because of that DNF. But we had a blast running with our friends over at WeatherTech Motorsports, and also Juan and Butch, so Eric, the whole crew, Eric and Pierce. It was an absolute fantastic week. Thanks to Guy for continuing to coach and keep me safe, get me faster and faster. And we'll be at Sebring, and we're going to try to lighten Pierce's load so he doesn't have to carry so much stuff off the podium. That's the goal. But of course, all in good fun.